Hi, Facebook. Just gonna add a few people. I don't usually do this, and so therefore people don't see me. So let's see. It's giving me more choices this time. That's strange. I'll take it. Hey guys. I know. Hang on, Bella. My goodness, I'm getting to invite a bunch. Come on. Usually I get about 10 people. Let's see, a little more. No, Bella. People are probably at work. That's okay. Bella says hi. Bella says hi. My stars. Yay. Okay, I'll quit here in a sec. Hang on. All right, I'm sorry if I didn't invite you, but this takes so long. My goodness. Okay. That's all. That's all I'll do. I keep seeing more. Okay. That's it. Okay. Bella says hello. Hello. This is Bella. She just turned 4. Didn't you? Didn't you, sweetie? Did you just turn 4? Yes, you did. You just turned 4 years old. Yes, you did. Hey, Nidra. What you up to, girl? I'm fixing to do some contouring and highlighting. I'm not going to do a whole lot of the contouring part. I'm going to do more highlighting. So I'm going to go ahead and get started as I'm getting ready for work. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If anybody has any questions, just put them in my comments. And I've already prepped my face. I've already got the primer on. Couldn't think for a second. Already got the primer on. Nidra, is it still snowing there, girl? Huh? Is it still snowing? Okay, today I'm going to use NYX Wonder Pen. I wished I wasn't so blind. Wonder Stick, not Wonder Pen, Wonder Stick. You get your highlight and you get your contour all in one stick. Makes it easy. So we're just going to do a little drawing on this face. Some things I don't want to contour too much, because when you age, you want to bring out what you've got left, right? You don't want to necessarily bring out what you're trying to hide. So I'm kind of getting sunken right in here. So I'm not even going to contour right here. I am going to contour right here where my neck and those bags are. So let's gonna get started with that, okay? Now I'm gonna highlight the things I want to bring out. Now you see this right here? Now when you get older, it's not a good idea to do the big old triangle like so many do. I've done it and I still do it sometimes, but it's really, you're just supposed to go on the inside of that dark area of that bag that's starting. So let's see if I can get that right. We are just going to go where the dark part starts, where my bag starts. And also you have to be careful when you age, because the pores are bigger, the skin is more delicate right here, and things can absolutely sink into those little crevices and big pores. We don't want to emphasize so much of that. Like so. And then right along in here, as we age, these tissues right in here become a lot like the tissues here. So I want to be careful here, but I want to bring everything up. So I want to take your eyes away from this here. So I want to highlight and brighten up here. Hi, Rebecca. So we're going to highlight a little bit up here. And then Of course, we're going to do this area right here. I don't do a lot up here because I wear bangs, so I don't want to, no sense doing that. I don't want to waste my product. I am not going to try to make my nose look bigger because I don't need a bigger nose. But I am going to come down here to this little, I call them smiley wrinkles. They do have a professional name, which nasal something or other that long. So we're just going to see if we can't make that not so prominent. Now I know highlighting makes things, brings things out, and contouring wants to, you know, reshape and bring things, close things in. Hi, Kimberly. But I'll show you in just a second. Going right beside the nose, down these little smiley wrinkles. Kimberly, how's our little angel baby? Hi, Deanna. Yep. Oh, I got a little friend there. Okay. As you can see, I'm not going to do a whole bunch with the highlighting. Now we're going to do a little bit. What I do? Shoot. Now, as I said before, the only contouring I'm going to do necessarily is this right here. I'm more sunken in here, so if I wanted to contour my cheeks, I could contour a little bit higher up. You know how you find your little sink spot there to do the normal contouring. You would come up a little higher if you want to do that, but I'm not going to do that today, okay? So what I am going to do is just go along where my bags are right here. Just going to color that above the bag. When you highlight, you want to, you know, go a color or two lighter than your skin. This is probably 3 times lighter than me. So I'm just going to draw that line. See, I'm not going to do the 3 and the E. Hi, Deanna. How are you doing? You staying warm? Okay. I do have a turkey neck and a sagging neck, and if I contoured my whole neck, I would be brown all the way down. So forget that. All right. See, I'm doing more highlighting than I am contouring. If I did not have bangs, I would contour around my forehead to bring that in, and I would contour more above here. But like I said, I'm not going to do that. I love winter too. I like winter clothes. Let me rephrase that. I don't like nasty winter, but I like cold weather. I even like snow if I don't have to get out in it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so to fill in, I'm going to use a cream foundation here. And let's see, what can I use? I'm going to try not to make a lot of noise with my brushes. I always go back and I watch my lives and I make so much noise. So I'm just going to use a little brush here and I'm going to fill in with some cream foundation, okay? And then we'll blend it all together. And if this ends up looking, yes, I'm working tonight. If this ends up looking like what I don't want it to look like, I may take it down. So, all right. So we're just going to tap all that in. I could do my fat lips for you. What's everybody up to? Not going to put a whole lot of foundation on my eyes, as I am going to use eyeshadows. All right. We are going to blend. We are. Boy, I watched a girl, when was that, last night? Holy mackerel. She had so much stuff on her face. Looked like a road map on there. A little bit, not much. Okay. All right. Now we're going to blend a little bit. Blend, blend, blend. That's the secret, right? I think I'm going to use a blending bud because I've gotten used to using a blended bud. I am going to spray it with my finishing spray just to make it a little damp. I don't want it just sopping wet, just a little damp. Kind of give it a second here. Mercy. Okay, let's see if I can see what the heck I'm doing here. I'm just going to tap it. You know, if you're not used to using a blending bud, you know, get used to using a blending bud because it's really easier once you learn how. And once you get used to it, I should say, there's really not too much to learning about it. It's just getting used to it. So you just tap it. I'm going to use this end. I am going to use some translucent powder to set all this. And like I said, I don't want a whole lot in here because, boy, I have the tender little crepe skin right here. So I want to be careful and not put a whole lot of product there. And I hope everybody's staying well. You know, I'm living in an area now where they said that we had the biggest flu epidemic here in East Texas. We're number 1. Our hospitals are full. They're sending people home even. Now remember, I did the drawing right here with the contouring, so I want to make sure I don't leave a dirty line here. This will look better once I have set it and put some cheeks. Just like so. Make sure you don't get it in your deep crevices. Okay, I can't see for the comments, so hang on. Okay. Pretty smooth. I'm good, girl. Deanna. Hi, Joanne. Okay, I think that's pretty blended. Now we're going to use a little bit of finishing powder, HD finishing powder. And I'm not going to, I love using powder. I'm a powder girl. I'm going to try not to put so much on my eye area right here though, okay? The reason I use powder is I don't like that dewy look. And I think people with mature skin are supposed to have a dewy look. I don't like a dewy look. So I'm just going to try to bypass this area a little. Just want to take that look off. That's all. Okay, now we'll do some cheeks. I usually use just a big old buffer brush just to make sure I don't have it in my crevices. And I try not to brush it, but I try to tap it. Hi, Judith. All right. Girl, you missed the beginning of my video. You're going to have to go back and watch the replay. I had my face all colored up. All right, so we're getting ready to give myself a little bit of color. Turn your head again. I think when I start talking that my nose starts running. So here we go. We're going to give myself a little bit of cheeks. Make sure I don't have nothing in my eyes. Kind of brush what I've got left up. Okay, like so. Now it's time for some cheeks. Let's pick a pretty color. I'm not wearing this color at work. I wear black scrubs, so I'm just going to use a nice little pink. And I'm coming up above, up on my cheekbone, and trying not to go all the way over here. I'm trying to keep it over here, but sometimes I get, when I'm talking, I don't pay attention, and the next thing you know, I've done my little apples. Hi, Nancy. Hi, sweetikins. How are you, girl? All right. I like a little on my nose, too. Does that make sense? Everybody says, does that make sense? A little bit of shiny right here, not much. I don't know why I do that, because I wear glasses anyway, and going to work, nobody's going to see me. But I just think it's cute to do that. Okay, now I'm going to take another big old buffer brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend that in. Now, can you see what I'm trying to accomplish here? I want to draw your eyes up here, not down here. Okay? If you get too much, work it out. Work it out. How's that? Now we're going to do some eyes. And let's see, I haven't decided what I want to use for my eyes yet, guys. Probably, I'm going to use a nice eyeshadow in, try not to make noise. Let me get to the right drawer. I'm going to use like a dark gray shadow for my eyebrows. My eyebrows are looking better. They are starting to fill in a little. Still got me a space right here. I'm using, believe it or not, I'm using some castor oil. Thank you, sweetie. I'm so glad you got here. Do you know what? When I got to inviting people, usually that gives me about 10 names that I can invite. And it's the same 10 names. This time it was just letting everybody come up. Have you noticed that? I invited a bunch. And I didn't even finish my list. Okay, so here we go. Sad to say, I'm having to draw my eyebrows, or fill them in rather. So I'm trying to use the old method, you know, keep this like this, alongside the nose for the beginning, outside the iris for the peak, and then on the edge right along here. What I'm going to do is instead of bringing my tail all the way down here, I'm just going to stop where the hair is. And I'll tell you why, because I have hooded eyes, and I've learned that you like castor oil? Are you using it on your eyes? I'm using it every night. I put it on my eyes and my eyebrows. Yeah. You can even put it on your face. Yeah. Okay. So I have hooded eyes. I get sidetracked. I'm so sorry. And so I watched a video that said, if you have hooded eyes, do not bring the tail all the way down. Because, again, you want to draw people's eyes up here. You want everything to go up. You don't want things to come down. Especially when you get my age. Hair and eyebrows. Yes. Hair? Your head hair? Never thought about doing that. Did you know there's all kinds of healthy things in castor oil? I had no idea. I'm talking omegas. Shoot. I've already forgotten now, but I was, what? I was like, what? As I was reading it. Yeah, but it needs to be, if you're going to put it like on your face or like I'm doing on my eyes and stuff, you need to use the cold press type, and it needs to preferably be organic. Speaking of organic, I'm going to try a new eating regimen. I don't know if anybody saw my little post. I'll let you know how it works. Ordered a book, Eating Raw. I've never really attempted eating raw. All raw. We'll see. That means making trips to organic health food stores or at least stores where they have organic type foods. It means juicing again. I hate to do juicing. I do have an awesome juicer, but oh my gosh, it's kind of expensive to juice. And I'm at the point in life where I've got to start watching my P's and Q's. So, you know, no processed foods. I didn't know that. I can see where it would. Do you mix it with anything when you put it on your hair? Like do you mix it in with cream rinse or anything like that? You know, Limelight's got the Must Do oil, and I have a couple other oils, face oils. And it says mix in with that and it goes on smoother, and I did that and it does. I mean, I've done it both ways. You know, we're bouncing all over the place because of the delayed remarks. Okay, that's one. All right, let's get this other one. This one's worse. And you know, uh-oh, a little much. Also, what's happening is my eyelashes are thinning. So I'm starting to kind of freak out. And you know, it's so funny because I was talking about my eyebrows, right? And I went on it to say, well, my eyelashes are still in good shape, blah, blah, blah. And then lo and behold, in the next day or two, I started noticing how thin they were getting. I don't know if I'm having some kind of reaction to something, if it's just stress. I went through a period of a lot of itching on my face, and I never could figure out what it was. And, you know, I was using tons of things on my face, of course. But they were all non-toxic organic stuff, but that doesn't mean you don't have a reaction just because it's organic. You can still be allergic to certain things. But anyway, my face was itching like crazy, and especially around here, they were just itching, and my forehead itched. Drove me nuts. And then the next thing you know, I start noticing the itching got better. But then my eyebrows started coming out. I do have thyroid issues, but usually when you have a thyroid problem, your eyebrows on the outer edges will go out, not all over. And this was all over. Nancy, is it snowing up there where you're at? Is it a blizzard? You know, it's cold. It's really cold here in East Texas. We do get some cold weather, but it's been in the 20s, which, you know, for several days now. Oh, I hate painting on these eyebrows. Got a couple of them that are really wild. My eyebrows, as you can see, ooh, I got one darker. I always do. This one's higher up. Let's make this one a little darker. If I was good at this, I could paint this eyebrow here up a little bit, but then it would look thicker. Is that a little more uniform? Snow and very cold. Feels like a polar bear. I bet it does, girl. Okay. You know, I end up making my videos so long because I keep piddling. So we're going to work on the eyes now. I am going to use, my eyes are watering already. I am going to use a primer. Let's see. I'm going to use a cream type primer. It's not a primer. It's a concealer. Nancy, I'm going to use Limelight's concealer, and I'm going to use the 00 concealer because it's nice, for one thing. I'm going to warm it up with my finger. Oh, these hoods, sometimes they look better than other days. Today, I don't know. I can see, you know, when I really do that. So, Marsha, don't do that. Okay. Now, this is a tricky area here for us mature ladies because if you can see how I'm moving, it's just like very loose. losing elasticity as you age. Can't talk when you get old either. Do you know how to tell if you have hooded eyes? Found a little trick on that too. Try not to put too much on there, Marcia. All right. Okay. Do you know how to tell if you have hooded eyes? Well, the way you tell if you have hooded eyes is you look in a mirror, of course, and then you find that first little wrinkle. You want to look straight ahead, find your first little wrinkle. Now, if that first little wrinkle, which mine is right there, if you can find that first wrinkle and it's closer to your eye than it is your brow, then you have hooded eyes. There's all, different stages of it. Some are really bad. Some people have it, it's genetic. Some people just get it when because it's time and you are getting older, and sometimes everything falls when you get older. Everything. This will look better once I get some color on here. I think I'm going to go more, I say this every time. I think I'm going to go neutral. I never go neutral. You know what I mean? I don't go neutral, ever. Okay, so I am just going to, I wonder if I can get by with just doing 2 shadows this time. We'll use, I want to show you because it's a mess. We're going to use these neutral type, kind of neutral. I don't know. Oh, and something else I learned. This is a brown color, it's kind of a shimmer. I know it's shimmer. I know. There are some rules to makeup if you're really into rules, but if you're rebellious like me, then you make your own rules. You're not supposed to use shimmer on this bone if you have hooded eyes, but I do anyway. I can't help it. I like it. I like the effect of the shimmer. So let's see. Maybe I could do the shimmer here in the brown and then find me a matte brown and do the bone, right? We'll see what that does. So I'm just tapping this on here, kind of in a windshield wiper way. Now, if I just stopped right there, excuse me a minute. Sorry. If I just stopped right there, you really wouldn't be able to see my eye color very well, right? So let me find that matte color. Where's my matte color? Matte color, where are you, matte color? Maybe right here. No. Well, let me get my Limelight palette out. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got lights here. So we want to go on the bone, but I want to come out. I want to kind of make a line like that right on the bone, but up above that crease and kind of go that way. Don't want it too dark. I wonder what that one would do. This one is called, can I see it without my glasses? No. Ugh. A corkable. I knew that. A corkable. That's not, it may not be dark enough. Let's see what it does. Okay, so I'm just going to go on the bone over here towards the tail. And down a little bit. I'm going to blend it all in, but I want you to see. Yeah, that's plenty dark. A lot darker than I was going to go. So we'll do the same thing over here. That really is dark, and it does not look dark on palette. All right, hang on. Gonna go in and kind of make that 7. See the 7? Kind of a 7. And then we're gonna blend. Gonna blend. Let me get a clean brush to do the blending. I want a loosey-goosey brush. I'm making noise with my brush. Oh, here's one. Okay. Woo! Yes, ma'am. Gonna tap first. Get some excess off. And then just kind of go back and forth. And if I was a girl that could use Scotch tape, I would probably want to use Scotch tape, but I can't. What I tend to do is go way past my eye with this. And actually, for hooded eyes, you don't want to do that. Get another. Want to try to keep it up. Because again, my purpose is to bring your eyes away from those hoods, okay? I think I'm going to have to lighten that up because, man, that's a lot darker than what I thought. Yeah. Sometimes you can just use your finger. Yeah. Hi, Sherry. All right. Come to watch me make a mess, huh? Now, my goal is to keep this lined up with the tail end of that eyebrow there. I got a little too much. I'm allowed. I'm old. Hang on. Let me get my highlighter stick. How are you, Sherry? Sherry, Sherry, baby. I can't sing. Keep your day job, Marcia. Or night job, I should say. Okie dokie. Now, another thing this girl said that I watched is, you know how you put the highlight, you highlight your brow bone, they say, I mean your brows underneath. She says that if you're going to highlight the brow to that area, not to go all the way across, to stay right there. So, thank you. Ain't bad for 70 and a half. Hairball when I say that. Can't hardly. March 7th. March 7th is my day. All right, let me get a little brush and we're going to use some white right there. We'll see if that truly matters. Right in the peak. Normally, I would go all the way down and around. We will put a little bit in the tear duct area to kind of brighten my eyes up a little bit. I need all the brightening help I can get. Oh, I don't want to overdo. Can y'all see anything I've missed? Be sure and let me know. I can take corrective criticism. Sometimes. Okay, now I like to put things underneath here. Now I'm not going to put a lot of eyeliner or probably I'm not going to actually use any eyeliner. I am simply going to darken up the area of my eyes to make those eyelashes look darker. So I'm going to use this dark brown. You can use black. I'm going to use a dark brown. Show you what I'm talking about here. And I'm using a very thin brush. It may not be thin enough. Hang on. Let me get a clean angled brush. Clean angled brush coming up. That wasn't clean. That's not an angled brush either. That's kind of an angled brush, but it's not very thin. Okay, wait, here's one. Here's one. All right, let's start over. We're going to put a dark brown right on the eyelash line. Don't listen to me, just do what I do. Don't do what I say, or whatever that is. Did you ever tell your kids that? Shoot. Brush, it's important to use the right brush. Get those tools. What's wrong with that one? Sheesh. I'm going to have a lot of brushes to clean. All right. You can also... It's not going on there very good. Plus, I'm getting it everywhere. But you can see the difference. See that? The dark makes my lashes look darker. It makes my lashes look thicker. And it's also like, you know, it's not a distinct line when you use eyeshadows. It's more of a smudgy look, which is what I'm after right now. Okay, I'm going to do something else for you right quick. I am going to you've seen me do this before. I'm going to use a white eyeliner for my tear line. And I got to hurry up because I always make my videos too long. People don't like long videos. They get bored. Okay. Now, I opened up my eye even more. Can you see the difference? Hi, Ruby. We'll do just the one eye. Okay. Now, I've got a pretty little, kind of a pinky color here. Let's see if we can... I always like to do under the eye, too. But I'm going to do that first. Can you see how that opened that up? And they say if you put the black or the dark, which I've been wearing since I was 16, if you line your waterline with black, that it makes your eyes look smaller. So I'm just going about 3/4 of the way over with the dark. I'm going to tight line too. I'll show you here in a sec. They say that hooded eye girls should tight line also. Want to kind of... Maybe we should tight line before I put mascara on for sure. Can you see the difference in the eyes? I'm never boring. Are you kidding, girl? Okay, can you see the difference, Nancy? By using the smudgy eyeshadow there instead of a liner. Okay, now I am going to tight line. I'm not going to use shadow tight lining. No. Oh, my pen. Make sure I got the right thing. Oh my gosh. That's not the one I want. Sometimes I put my stuff in the wrong slots. Alright. I'm going to use just a black liner. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeet. Now what does that do? That makes your eyelashes look darker too. Can you see what I've achieved? Or have I achieved it? Hi, Connie. Making my eyes look bigger. That's my goal anyway. So let's see what I got going here. Gonna use, this may not be pink enough. It's kind of a fleshy color actually. I like to bring some color down under here. Yeah, it's really more beige. How are you, Connie? I think I'll leave it alone. Maybe I better do my other eye before I forget what I did. But I just wanted to show you that. Okay. Enough talking. I'll go ahead and tightline right quick since I got my pen out. Okay. You know what I watched today? I watched this crazy person, man. It was a couple. It was a live police thing, and the girl was driving. They stole a U-Haul truck. You know, I don't usually tightline. I don't think about it. But anyway, they stole this U-Haul truck, and it was a girl and a guy, and the girl was driving, and it was like OJ. She was only driving, hi Kevin, she was only driving about 10, they said 10 to 15 miles an hour because the police car was right behind them, but they were not stopping. And this went on and on and on for 40 minutes, I think. And she just kept driving and kept driving. She was going through, she ran one stop sign, and, you know, everything was kind of okay until she ran into somebody and caused a wreck. And so then the next thing you know, police cars came out from everywhere. Everywhere. But it went on and on and on and on. And finally she stopped because when she hit that car, she hit her right front tire came off. And so she was driving on just the rim. And so she drove on the rim so long that it started smoking. So finally they stopped, right? Still, it took them forever before they would even get out of the car. And you could see where she was trying to get out of the car, but he wouldn't let her go out. Come to find out, he was on parole for hijacking cars. And of course that meant he was going to go back to prison. You know, so he was, I'm sure, trying to talk her into, you know, staying in the car, but she was scared. They found out who her family was and found out that she did have some mental problems. No kidding. Why would you steal a U-Haul trailer? Well, anyway, finally, they were going to bring in the SWAT team, which they did bring in the SWAT team. They drove this huge, big old black van thing. And what they were going to do is shoot tear gas pellets in the car, right? But you could see her trying to get out, and he wouldn't let her. And so finally, she got the door open, closes the door. I guess he closed the door. I don't know. But anyway, I forgot what I was doing. Anyhow, she got out and had her hands up over her head, and he gets out and he grabs her from the backside. And then she turns around, and of course her hands, she was trying to keep her hands up, but he was holding on for dear life. He would not let her loose. Are you putting white and dark on? Yes. I put the white on the tear line. Now I'm putting the dark on the lash line. The reason for that, Connie, is I watched, heaven forbid, I watched a YouTube video about hooded eyes. And this girl, I don't know who she was, she says that hooded eye girls should always tightline and don't use dark eyeliner. And if you do use eyeliner, don't bring it up into the cat wings. You're supposed to keep your eyes like that, right? So that's what I am attempting. I'm talking, so I'm losing my train of thought here. think I've done everything. Have I forgot something? Because I was running my mouth. Thank you, dear. I don't always tightline. I hardly ever tightline, actually. But the reason I'm doing it right now is because my eyelashes are so thin that they're falling out. I don't know. I'm going through a lot of stress, I suppose, and it's causing problems. So who isn't, anyway? I'm going to use my Limelight mascara today, but I don't want it to dry out. It might be drying out on me. So we're going to do my... I'm using this one because it's drying out. So normally I would do my top lashes first and then use the brush when I've used up most of the mascara on my lower lashes. Does that make sense? Don't want... I may have to use another one of my mascaras because this one is drying out. I do have another one. I just don't want to open it because I've got so many opened already. All right. Okay. Thin lashes. Hi there, everybody. You forgot to what? Uh-oh. What did I forget? I got to get my glasses on, Sherry. What did I forget? Oh, that's right. Thanks. I told you I was just talking, not even nothing. Oh, drop my glasses. I got to get... Anytime I drop anything... Whoops. Anytime I drop anything, I have got to pick it up. Because if I don't... Little Miss Bella. Yeah, Little Miss Bella will take it off and chew it up before I even know it's not on the floor. Thank you, Sherry. See if I can do that without... How's that? That is really shiny, right? Hi, Debbie. Okay, again, thin eyelashes. When you put your mascara on, you want to go back and forth, back and forth. Do you know? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to tell you some makeup history. Okay, I heard a very famous makeup artist tell this little story, and I didn't get all the details because she didn't share all the details. But back in the Victorian days, you know how you see these paintings and stuff, and you see how their faces are like snow white, you know, like that was the thing, you know, that was the thing to have snow white faces, right? Do you know what they were using? They were using a thing in, they were using a powder that had lead in it. It was either a powder or a paint. I don't remember what she said. But it had lead in it. So they were poisoning themselves. And then their eyebrows fell out because of the lead and the stuff they were using on their face. And you know what they did? Oh, this was gross. They used mice hair and made their own eyebrows out of mice hair. Oh. I just thought I'd share that. But anyway, this girl said... to go back and forth, kind of in a wiggling way. And, you know, something else she said, they actually have or had mascara that had a vibrating wand. I've never seen that. Vibrating wand. Weird. Oh, shoot. I'm going to use my little trick I posted because I get this everywhere. Especially when I'm talking. Yeah, this is... I may have to throw this out. Shoot. Drying up on me. Still there. It's just drying up. Okay. Top and bottom. Not gonna do fibers. I could be doing fibers. Not today. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of lip color on. Then I'm going to show you how I'm going to get rid of that little dot right there. But I need to let that dry. So if you didn't see me in my little trick that I posted in a photograph, Connie, that grossed me out, that little story about the mice hairs. I would not put mice hairs on my eyebrows, even if they did fall out. No. Okay, so I'm letting this dry. Put a little bit of lip color on my lips. Little gloss. Hi, Nixie. You're going to have to watch me from the beginning, girl. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. Maybe I'm dry now. Let's see. I'm going to take my spoolie, and you let this, when you make a mistake, you just let that dry, and then, I don't know if it's completely dry. Comes right off. Look at that. Easy peasy, man. I like that little trick. All right, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of a brushing here. Hey, Sherry, are you still here? Are you still here, girl? I'll make sure all that highlight and stuff I used didn't get in my cracks. Sherry, are you still with me? You may be gone. I was going to ask you if how's the hospital situation. All right, guys. That's it. How's that? Can you still see my hoods? Sherry, are the hospitals full? Somebody told me that we were #1 in the state for flu. You still work at the hospital, don't you? Don't you still work there? Girl, I haven't seen you in so long I don't even know anymore. What about the flu? It's bad.
You got a message from unsaved
right?
number.
Bad.
It says VIP message. Expect a website update message tomorrow via text * next Facebook
Y'all
Live
get so many
featuring
text
Charles Vest
messages
is
and
Friday
stuff like I
12
do.
p Pacific.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me, I'm busy. All right, guys. I don't know how to work. Oh, you work at Ben Wheeler? I didn't know that. Girl. Well, that's closer to home, though, right? That makes sense. Well, I heard that East Texas was, that they were just sending people home. So, I don't know. You know how you hear all kinds of stuff. Okay, guys. Thank you for staying with me, guys. I love you. Watch the replay if you didn't catch it all. I got to work tonight, so while you guys are snoozing, I'll be slaving away and saving lives. That's just the way it is. I love you. Bye. If you have any questions, check me out, Marsha Holland, Facebook and YouTube. Yes, I have a YouTube. Look me up. Love you guys. Bye.